Hey there, how are you? I'm about to show you how I took a piece of white oak from my neighbor's yard and a piece of red cedar that I purchased in downtown Pensacola, Florida, and turned it into a pretty awesome cutting board. Starting here, I had to clean up the white oak. This piece of white oak, my neighbor cut a tree down, so it was free. I decided I did not know what I was going to do with it just yet, but I know I wanted to do something with it. I used my chainsaw and cut me a slab out of it, and quickly realized that I needed to flatten it out. As you can see there in the planer, it did not work out too well for me. Didn't want to run through it. So my hand planer, I'm essentially ironing this wood flat. As flat as I can get it. I try both sides. I want to get it as flat as possible because I know it's going to come back to bite me in the end if I don't. Now, I've never made a cutting board before, but I've watched other people on YouTube make a cutting board. I'm sure you've seen plenty of people on YouTube make cutting boards also. So if you're here to watch me make one, I really appreciate it. So here's that red cedar. I purchased this in downtown Pensacola, Florida. Wasn't too bad a price. This slab that you're seeing is pretty much was the whole thing. I want to say it was about $35. So I cut out all these slabs. One thing I noticed is it's like a murder with this red cedar.
What are you doing?
And it smells. It smells pretty good.
What happened out here? There's stuff in the air. It's smelling.
And you can tell my stepson noticed it too once he comes outside to look and see what's going on. First thing he noticed was the smell itself. Time for the glue up. Have the Titebond Original. Getting pretty low on it. Really like it. It's about time to get some more though. I try to figure out how am I going to surface it. I find this surfacing router bit on Amazon, and I got a great idea. Use the router table, my palm router, and I should just be able to run right over it. Until I realize it don't fit through the table. I put it on anyways, and I realize this is not going to work out for me. So I tried my plunge cut router, and I realized from one, I need a mask on. It started smelling pretty bad, and you can kind of tell it's starting to burn the wood up. It's just not working out for me, but I really need to get this thing flat. So I decided to go ahead and I'm going to cut the ends off of it. I'm going to get it as squared off as I can. I know this step's got to be done, so I go ahead and take care of it. Try the planer again. Now this works out for me. At this point, I've planed well over my 6-gallon sawdust limit. Did a lot of cutting. After I got it planed down, we really started looking pretty good here. But I noticed that it was standing like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, so I had to do something about it. So I used my track saw, get it cut straight. I know most people would have put it back on the table saw, and that would have been great. When it comes to making a straight cut, I cut as straight as I can. The table saw is just not it for me. I know that is the final cut for most people. Here I'm sanding it up 400 grit. This right here is dang near polishing in my standards. I know people sand things to a lot higher grit than 400, but I typically stick with 800 to 120, so 400 for me was pretty good. This Danish oil really brought out the color. I thought it looked great. It's probably my favorite thing I've made yet, just by the look of it. My wife loved it, and typically she's a pretty big critic of mine. She helps me see things that I miss, and that's okay. I mean, sometimes when I'm in the middle of working on something and getting a little frustrated, I don't like it, but it's all right. Now I got the cutting board done. You see that I don't have a juice groove in it, but I didn't really want to take that step just yet. Now I'm here just looking for a good thumbnail. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you sticking it through. I appreciate you checking out my channel. I appreciate you watching other videos. Check out some of my shorts. If this video has helped you out any, I'd really appreciate it if you also join the other 45 subscribers I have right now. Thank you very much.